Hi Richie, good session yesterday. Hope you found it helpful. Just going to run through a couple of things now we pointed out in the session. First and foremost, obviously, where that club was pointing at address. You can see if we look down here now, that club face now is closed. The toe of the club is actually sort of in line in terms of this way with the hosel. Now the fact the clubs are offset, the toe of the club should in fact be slightly sitting back, as you'll see in a second on the right hand image. So the fact your club face was sitting down closed just incorporate the club coming back and producing that left to right spin. I think once you started hitting a few shots to the right, then your body started aiming further left, you started swinging further left, which unfortunately in turn increases the amount of hook spin, and it got to the stage where you said it was an unplayable snap hook and you could barely hit the golf ball on the golf course. So what I'm going to try and get into the habit of doing now for maybe the next sort of few months, as we said, just start off with the golf club out in front of you like so, and get the leading edge of the golf club sort of vertical to start with. Okay, once you've got that position here now, which is the golf club going down when it sits down behind the golf ball, and if we zoom in here and zoom in there, we can see the difference now in those two club heads, how the head now, as we said, is slightly back of the shaft. The other thing to take note of now, we didn't really mention much this in the lesson there, but we sort of talked a bit about the grip pressure and you asked about it. If we watch your hand as this club goes back, get this a bit quicker, okay, you'll see as you take the golf club back, your fingers actually off the golf club. So when you're doing this now, your hands are going to be moving around that golf club quite a lot. Now you're re-gripping it here. If the club starts off closed in its first position here now, and then you re-grip it, as you get to the top of the back, you can see that club face now pointing very much up to the sky, which is a closed position. So you've got a closed position to start with, then your left hand kind of comes off the grip, and you re-grip it. Well, if the club's going to come back to the golf ball now, it's going to come back very short. You can see your right elbow here bending, trying to sort of hold on to the club face and sort of just pray to God the club face comes back with some resemblance of a squareness to target, but when it was as close as it was, you were really going to struggle there, mate. So get that club face down nice and straight, okay? Then as that club goes back, now you can see with a square club face, still a little bit of re-grip in there, but we get to the top of the backswing now. Club face now not quite as closed, therefore as we come back to the golf ball, much better strike as we can see there now, and then right the way through to finish. Now you lost a bit of balance, admittedly, but in terms of the strikes you were getting towards the end of the session, as we both agreed, certainly hitting the ball a lot straighter and a lot further. So we can just work on that routine. Start with the club up in front of you, make sure the toe of the club is pointing upwards, and then get yourself in a position where you just drop the club down, keep that club face nice and square, and then from there it's basically a trust issue. On the driving range, it may feel like the golf club's aiming way left. It doesn't matter. On a golf course, if there was trouble to the left, you would find it difficult to do that. So a bit of practice, a bit of trust is going to come from a few rounds of golf with this new move, and I'm sure after a while or two they'll be getting back into much more consistent ball striking, ball flying straighter and further. So any problems, give me a shout, buddy, and I will catch up with you soon.